Welcome back, Tamers, to the King's Court. We have a special video. You guys have been requesting it, and he has decided to deign us with his deck profile. Channel friend Cbit with Dorbick, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
The one, the only, plays it all the time, mascot at this point.
Yep.
If you've seen the stream of Rob Avatar where he got tilted, that was him. So. What do you like about the deck still to this point?
I still like that I can make changes to it every set. Looking forward to BT20 with all the new stuff. I'll share a picture with all the stuff we're getting for it. Alright, so let's start with the eggs. 4 copies of BT14 Koro. When you check security, you draw 1, which is really good. It doesn't even have to be the Digimon that Evo's on the egg. It could be one of your other ones that you play on the side. One ofs, a copy of EX2 Digimon. You run the Guillemon package, so this is another way for you to get your draw 2 offs.
But if you don't draw the Geo with that, it's kind of sad.
Yeah. Moving on to level 3. 4 copies of Ukwamon, BT16.
Should have been on the ban list.
I'm sure Bandai will look at it eventually. But yeah, once you move it, you Evo for 1, choke 'em at 1, and then on your turn you move out. Reveal any 3 at a Tamer or Digimon, then hatch again. So, pretty good. Staying in there until they hit it to 1, probably. 4 copies of Promo Guillemon. When attacking, draw 1. Not once per turn. So you just keep dropping. If you draw duplicates, you just hard play 1.
Pot of Greed.
1 copy of Rush Guillemon.
How often does it come up?
It can come up a lot, especially with the new card that was introduced. But yeah, setting up trash is pretty easy. So you'll want alternate ways to win if you can't clear game. Then we got 1 copy of Starter Deck Agumon. When attacking security, you gain 2k for the turn, not once per turn, so it stacks if you're you can get an unsuspend off. 1 copy of Gamamon. You're running Hero as the Tamer, so he will always be live if you have Hero set. It's another 2k inheritable. And for the new ones, 1 copy of EX7 Vorvomon. You don't really get the search off because you only have two targets, but you want the inheritable. This one might be replaced once BT20 comes out. And then one of the new ones that's replacing one of the old ones. 1 copy of the new Guillemon X. Replaces the old Guillemon X. Searches some Groundmon pieces, but you really want the inheritable because it's a lot better. When something's deleted, you gain 1. And that's what you get for the level 3s. For the level 4s, 2 copies of Greymon. Security attack +1, pretty self-explanatory. And it's a dinosaur, which is important. 1 copy of EX4 Black Groundmon. Mill 2 lets you recover your Guillemon pieces, even himself, as well as your Groundmon pieces. And Herbal's really good if you die to an option. 1 copy of BT17 Burning Greymon. Hybrid for game, but comes with an inheritable of 2k, which is often needed a few times. Raid is also pretty useful every once in a while. Clear out some of the other bodies. 1 copy of Starter Deck 7 Groundmon for the inheritable, gain 1 memory. But also, is for 0, you go into the 1 copy of EX8 Groundmon X Antibody. Evo over the original Groundmon, get a draw 1, a discard, and if you have the Groundmon underneath it, you can play out a Guillemon if it's on deleted until the end of your opponent's turn. So with that and the Guillemon, that's 3 gain 1 inheritable, so it can make Dorbickmon free. In terms of the new cards as well, 2 copies of Tyrannomon. Plays itself out of security for free.
That's the new one, right?
Yeah. Start of main, and when Digivolving, you gain 3k until the end of your opponent's turn. And it Evo's for 3 normally, but Evo's off Reptiles for 2, and Guillemon is a Reptile, so it's a good way to Evo.
How you like the new Tyrannomon support in the deck anyways?
I really like it.
Nice.
I like that it can hit out of security. Speaking of new Tyrannomon support, 2 copies of Tyrannomon X Antibody to Evo on top of Tyrannomon. You get the Raid, you get the Piercing. Originally you ran the pure green Monochromon for Piercing, but now that we have a red-green version, you took it out because now it's searchable. and it can evolve into any dinosaur for 1 cost less. That's it for the 4s. For the 5s, 1 copy of EX3 Jazzerich for the Inheritable. You could drop it for the D-Digivolve one, but you don't really do it often. Though with level 7 aces, it would be an Overflow 5. 1 copy of BT4 Voltramon for the Security Tech Plus Inheritable. This one's likely going to get replaced once we get BT20 out with one of the new copies of, I want to say probably Wingdramon in my case. There's also Pyodramon that's really good.
We used to run the Partition Pyodramon. That was not a...
I still have it, but it wasn't a Security Tech Plus, and it was a blue-green, so it was kind of a break. 1 copy of EX7 Lava Garita. It's nice to climb up sometimes, because sometimes people don't have a 6K in play, so you'll gain a memory, so he'll be a 2 cost. And then still has the on-play of the original EX3 to pop a 6K, but it has a better inheritable of Security Tech Plus 1. Still running the 2 BT6 Majiramons for the unsuspend if they have no one with sources. I'll be honest, this one's kind of I'm shifting between 2 or 1 of those because things are starting to stick. Things aren't starting to die, so the inheritable is becoming less and less live.
What about the Zephagamon level 5? I know you...
Grangale, I like using it every once in a while. Do 1 and 1. In case if I have to. Meta dependent, yeah. Then for the last of the 5s, 2 of the EX8 Master Tyrannomons, which replace the BT8 Master Tyrannomons. I really like this card, especially when you combo it off of the Tyrannomon into Tyrannomon X combo. So you'd Evo over Tyrannomon X, then raid and go into Master Tyrannomon to pop something Pierce for 13, 1 check. And the best part is that it has Fortitude, so if it dies, it'll come back. You can spend it if you want, but it'll keep your source live to be used as cross fodder. And it's really good when it comes out. That's it for the 5s. For the 6s, still running 1 copy of BT13 Gallant, just to hit the things that are 13k and up. Rush helps.
That card is so expensive now, isn't it?
Yeah, because of the new Gallant support.
You look at any of that new stuff, by the way?
Just the Grout X from before. And the Geo X. But yeah, Geo X can actually search it and your Growlmon stuff, so it's not entirely dead.
That's crazy.
And then Black Grout will pitch it back. 1 copy of Megidramon Ace. Sometimes you can hard play it. Sometimes. But you really want the inheritable because it adds 5k to Dorbickmon's deletion. So you go from popping 13 to popping 18. And it's pretty neat that it recurs itself into a Guilmon if he tries to leave the field. And then I'm testing out 1 copy of BT EX8 Dinomon for the same reason that you do the Master Tyrannomon combo. If you end on this and he's suspended, they have to, and he's the only thing on the field, they have to suspend him to a suspended body, and then he'll Fortitude back and has his own Security Tech plus 1. And then deletes suspended Digimon, which is really neat. And he's another fodder. And of course, 4 copies of Dorbickmon.
The boy, right?
Yep, the ace. Crosses with 5 underneath. Let me count how many I'm running. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 18 names in this deck. So it's good to have different names because that way you can pop them out. Pops to 13. With Megidramon, he pops 18. And with Rush, he can swing and clear all security. That's pretty good.
My blood turns cold every time I see him counting his cards in his hand because I know what's coming.
And then last...
We're counting trash.
Yep. Counting trash is fun. And then the last will level 7s. 2 copies of Crimson Moon Ace.
It's supposed to be fun to play against purple, right?
Yeah. I've seen some people wonder why I put this at 2. I think the stack won't live, but people surprisingly go into, I want to say, a little bit of tunnel vision with their combos. Yeah. So the stack ends up being there for a lot longer. And if it survives, you just either blast Evo into it, or you could just even hard play it and clear out 15k. Funniest thing is, if you put Megidramon Ace underneath, if you can find him. I put him on the bottom, didn't I? If you put Megidramon Ace underneath, instead of 15, he pops 20.
Most things ain't surviving that.
Most things wouldn't survive that. It's got protection. That's all the Digimon. On to the options and Tamers. 2 heroes. You need the DP up more than you need the security tag +1. So it's pretty good. Nowadays you have to get over 16 because people are now running level 7s like Taka Mikazuchi. And those are 16, and if you hit them, your stack dies. That's it for the Tamers. On to the options. So as a shocker, 2 copies of Fireball right now.
That's crazy. I swear.
Used to be at 4.
Yeah, I remember that.
But some new toys have come out that made me want to switch it down to 2. And I'll use it less and see it less, but it's still good. Draw 2, delete a 3K. 1 copy of the original Red Memory Boost. Just 1 because the new ones help you with more colors, but sometimes you need to dig for the extra one. And I just like the artwork on this one. So, pick 4. And then for the new ones, 1 copy of Garnet. Used to run 2, but I have more blue targets than black Digimon cards, so I cut it to 1. But same thing, dig for 3 instead of 4, and either add a red Digimon card or a black Digimon card.
Has there ever been a problem like using that over another red memory because you can only look at 3?
Yeah, just because I don't, like I said, I don't have many black Digimon cards, so it can whiff on occasion and sometimes does.
Yeah.
But that's the reason I went with 3 copies of Wisteria, because I do have the blue, and that finally makes Innate Searching Blue makes Majormon no longer as inconsistent, because now he's searchable. And red meets the color requirements for both, so you could just evo to a red in the back, and then pop this and put him to 3.
How's it feel not having an analog here?
I still miss him. I'll still test him out every once in a while. But right now, I need the gain 2 memories. Then the last 2 cards are 2 copies of Red Scramble.
Nice.
Red Scramble is really good. Evo for your 3 costs become for 2 cost Evos for free. And then if your opponent leaves a body on board, you get to top deck what you need. Especially if you just missing 1 piece for crossing, or if you need the boy himself and he's in trash, you just use pop a scramble, recover him back, and draw him. And then if you don't have a Digimon in play, you can play one out for free, which is why I still run that Rush Gyomon. Because if trash has been set up, you'll play him out at the start of your turn and he gains Rush. So he'll be able to clear out.
That's actually really good.
And then that's it for the deck.
And you've taught this deck tons of times, and you played like a lot of online cups before too, right?
Yeah.
What was your best score you've had so far?
I think it was 28. Still hoping to break through the 16, but nothing's happened so far.
What would you say to the people are your best and worst matchups?
Worst matchups are definitely anything with protection that reactivates. It's like Magna X. Anything that doesn't care about dying. So, hilariously enough, Leomon can be a rough matchup. And so can Tyrannomon because of Fortitude. They'll make your stack pretty useless.
I know you also have someone of disdain for time.
Yeah, just because sometimes I don't... But that's mostly the case if I don't see the DP inheritables up in time. So it can be rough getting around Tyrant.
Are there any
but I'd say that one's a little bit more even.
Are there any matchups that you just have like a really easy time or something? Because I know against me with Black or Greymon, you can kind of just set up quickly on me. You beat me like in 2 turns before.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It depends on the deck. Like Mirage can be really easy, or as long as you see the pieces and you drop them out early. But the new support has made it a bit more of a grind, especially when they just sit on Hex. But other than that, it has a pretty decent match against most things.
Is there anything else you want to say about the deck?
Nothing really. Just looking forward to all the BT20 support. I'm gonna test around with a build that incorporates the new Examon stuff, because those are also got some really good names. We finally get an ADP as an inheritable, and that'll be fun to use. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alright, so if you want to see that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. We've got plenty of gameplays with Seabit playing Dorbick, so if you want to see any more, we'll see you in the next video, and that's us. We'll sign off.
Later.
Bye.